Hey guys, it's your girl Tally. Let me wipe y'all off real quick. You know what it is, leaving work. Today I get to start back with my trainer at the gym, so I'm excited for that. Either way, here's the thing. We need to end this men versus women war. All right? I admit that I have indulged in it quite a bit, because I just feel like women do have their grievances that they needed to share with the world in regards to men and their experiences with men. But here's the first thing that I've identified. This war is being perpetuated. And when I say perpetuated, I mean it's being continued. Like, people are not letting it go. They keep, controlling the narrative and making it, just keep going with it, right? So it's being perpetuated by two groups of people. One, the men that been hurt. The men that weren't that guy or the cool guy growing up in middle school and high school. Basically, the wear my hug at men. When I don't know if you're from Florida. I don't know if this is a Florida thing, but in Florida, it's like, when you were growing up in middle school, there was the guys that, they weren't the cool guys. It's the guys that you don't even want like that. And they was the ones in the hallway be like, where my hug at? Where my hug at? That's the guy. Like, you don't even want to hug him, but dang, he just nice. And then he asking where his hug at. Fine, just give him the hug. That's the type of guys who are growing up now, and they have a lot of issues, and I would say probably grievances with women, bad experiences with women that have them feel some type of way. Now they're angry at women, and they want to express what women do, how they want to express, that their trials and hardships that they've went through with women. I get it. Now, the other side, I said two groups, right? So that's one group. The other group is the women. And it's women who, I would say it's like me. We being real, right? We being real, like women who they had negative experiences with men. All right? It's like, yeah, women who've been through, their fair share of whatever they went through with men, and they have bad experiences as well, and they just want to share those. And it's me. When it comes to me, yeah, I had my fair share of bad experience, but not only have I had my bad experiences, I've watched others have many bad experiences as well. So it just all piles up. And the people who are kind of staying out of it is really the people who are causing this mess. Like the toxic people, the toxic men and women who they probably was that girl in high school, middle school, and now, or the men who probably was that, they were that, in high school, middle school now. But the ones who really staying out of it are really like the women who were toxic, the women who was that girl, like the cool girl. All right. But I even see the cool guys, they are in it, and I feel like it's like a selfish thing. Like, they are in it to they were already winning. They were already using and manipulating women because they just have it like that. Whatever set of looks that they have, they just have it like that, and it's been like that for them for a very long time. So in order to just further, manipulate women and have it their way, they're gonna get in on this conversation and continue to try to push the blame to the women and try to make it look like it's the women's fault and stuff like that. So it's two main groups, but I do see another group of what we would call the cool guys. And when I say cool, I don't really believe in cool name, but I'm talking about growing up. We already know what our status was in middle school, high school. We already know if we were the person who was pulling, whether you were a girl or a guy, were you pulling the guys, or were you you was off to the side? Nobody was checking for you like that. All right, you be real with yourself. You know where you were at in the totem pole, and this is just unfortunately the way it goes. All right, so just make peace with it. I wasn't the girl who was pulling them all. Okay, one or two, yeah, that's it, baby. I had to glow up. All right, I wasn't all that. I had to glow up like many of us. Ain't no shame in our game. All right, and that's really the reason why I'm not bitter to this day, because if I didn't deal with those things about me not being that girl, me not being the cool girl, you know, because those things really do follow you into real life. And then you grow up and then you find out you're bitter, and then you get into wars, men versus women battles, because of that guy who left you in the 7th grade, or that girl who left you in the 8th grade. This is what makes us get into those battles, because we're not really healed from what we've been through. I'm really healed, babe. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried about who wasn't checking for me in 7th, 8th grade. And not only that is, I like this age I'm at. I've done my work. I've poured into myself. It's all good. All right. But let's talk about the two main groups that are battling against each other. Those groups are not going to understand each other. The lame guys, the guys who were considered lame in grade school, and the women who were considered lame in grade school, we're never gonna understand each other. Why? Because we were the ones not getting our way. We were the ones getting played, babe. So we're not going to understand each other. And we didn't want each other. When we were that age, we weren't checking for each other. We wanted the cool guy or the cool girl to give us validation. That's who we wanted, and that's who we got played by, because we were looking for validation in them, and we wanted our status to be raised in high school and middle school by them. So we end up trying to pursue them, and they did not want us because we weren't on their level. Right? And because of that, now we hurt, and we want to get back at them, and we arguing with the wrong people. There's no reason to argue no more, people. There's no reason to argue no more. The way we end this is we need to understand that every side, both sides, and when I say sides, I mean men and women. We're not talking about cool or lame no more. We're just talking about just men, just women. We need to all just accept responsibility for how we contributed to the situation. Like, if we want to blame people, and this is just anywhere in life, if you want to blame people, if you want to blame something, there's going to be so much blame to be handed down. If you're the type of person who looks for somebody for fault in stuff, oh, it's your fault, I have to find somebody to blame, a scapegoat. Not only are you never growing in that area in life, but you're just never gonna grow. Okay, that's it. You're hurting yourself, and you are never gonna grow if you're not the type of person who could just accept accountability. And let me tell you, if you really want to grow, here's the thing that some people not gonna tell you. If you really want to grow, sometimes you gotta go ahead and accept the accountability for things that you could say that are not even your fault. How do you do that? Have you ever experienced a relationship where you were truly not the bad guy? Like, if we went down the list of what was happening, what was going on, things that transpired in that relationship, like if someone was gonna go down the list with you, like your therapist or your coach, your life coach or something like that, they were like, oh, like this person was really a bad person to you. Like, not a bad person, but they was really a bad person to you. Like, I can't find no fault with you in this situation. You know, when that happens, in order to grow and deal with situations better and heal and not allow that type of thing to happen to you again, in order to grow, you still have to take responsibility for, if you can't find a specific action or something specific to take responsibility for, you go ahead and take responsibility for allowing it to even happen. So that is the hard part of accountability. A lot of people look for a specific action, like something that really transpired, and be like, to hold somebody accountable. But if you ever want to grow in life, just take responsibility for things that you may not even, it wasn't even your fault. Hey, listen, hey, this person did all this to me. I was a good person to them. I loved them. I did all I could for them. So you know what? I want to grow from this situation. I'm trying to heal from this situation. What I did next time, come on, people, next time I am going to vet the person who I'm going to be with better. And if that person is not reciprocating that same energy towards me, I'm going to learn how to cut it off and move on with my life. Like, even in the littlest things, the smallest things, in order for you to grow as a person, you're going to have to find something to take accountability for, even when it seems like there is nothing. And this men versus women battle, that's exactly what people need to do. All right, this is probably gonna be the last time I talk about that, because I'm in the middle of trying to end this, because it's too much. Like, there is, you get nothing by trying to blame shift and be like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Oh, like, you have so much issues with women and how they choose, and they need to choose better, and they be too independent, and they be doing this, they be doing that, and you got so much issues with men. Because I know it's bitter women out there. I'm not one of them. I'm not bitter, okay? I love men. You feel me? I forgive y'all. I forgive my exes. I ain't bitter. I would never let the past make me bitter. All right? But there's women out there. Hey, men ain't nothing. There's no good men. Men always doing this. All of them cheaters. All this. We can't do that. The way we win is we win from within. You cannot win if you can't win from within. And the way you win from within is, listen, take responsibility. I chose this person. And when this person demonstrated to me qualities over and over again that showed me that they weren't a good match for me, I decided to stay with them. All right. And I chose this person because I needed validation. If this person looked good to me, that's why I chose them in the first place. And I know that if I showed my friends and family how good this person looks, they would be jealous of me, because now they see that how I'm worthy of having someone who looks like this. Come on, if we're gonna be real, people. Be real, because I know for a fact, just off the strength of me being a human being, I know there's people out there that choose their partners by whatever looks, especially by their looks. That be the number one thing. And they only choose them by their looks because they say that if I could get someone who looks like this, that means that I'm more worthy, I'm more valuable. You see, I'm trying to make people jealous. I want to post pictures to my Instagram, my Facebook, to let people know that I'm worthy of relationship. I can get this, and I can get this, and I can get this high caliber man, and I can get this high caliber woman. I know for a fact y'all out there doing that. And when you do that, and you choose so foolishly, and you end up with somebody who tear your life up, who tear your self-esteem up, who tear your value up, who end up cheating on you behind your back because they know that you looking at them like a prize, and they over you, and they know that you want to be with them so bad, so they could do anything to you, and it's gonna be okay because you're not gonna leave them because you're so desperate for them. When you end up in that situation, stop blaming other people. Stop blaming other people. When you allow somebody to cheat on you over and over again, okay, it's not all men, or it's not all women who, it's not all our faults. It's your fault. It's your fault, because I promise you, the reason why a lot of us is so worn out, overwhelmed by dating and relationships, the reason why we are so done and finished with it, and we're like, oh, I'm over this, the reason is because we don't leave sooner. We don't know when to throw in the towel. And this is kind of like people who are single and still dating type of it, because if you're married, you can't be just leaving and throwing in the towel. I get it. But for us singles who out here dating, and you guys feel like you're just overwhelmed and you're tired of it's done, it's because you don't understand how to vet someone properly and leave when you need to leave. All right, you guys, as soon as somebody has a foundational difference, all right, oh, they're Islamic, you Christian, you need to go. There's no more. If you're serious about your Christian faith, there's no more conversation that needs to be had. But a lot of us, we still keep going and we get deeper. We really need to leave on time. Don't leave. Y'all be leaving, or we be leaving when they done did everything they did to us. It done been knocked out. It's been dragged out. It's done been a whole bunch of disrespect. It's been a whole bunch of things going on that you didn't realize this person was capable of. This person has been basically disrespecting you, and you at your wit's end. That's not the time when you're supposed to leave. As someone who's vetting somebody for marriage, you need to be leaving somebody. You in those stages, those are the leave quick stages. The problem with us is we're staying like we married to this person, and we staying until we feel like it's done, it's finished, everything has been done. The relationship is over. It's tired. It's beat up. Like, no, we need to, you're overwhelmed because you don't leave quick enough. And then you go through all of that with one person. Some people go through that with a few different people. And then now you fed up with men, you fed up with women, and you blaming all of us. And now you contributing and perpetuating the narrative of this men versus women battle. This is our problem. This is really our problem, and we need to really recognize that. How to date well, how to choose people well, choose people out of your purpose, choose somebody that is gonna really be able to cover you, really gonna be able to be a good person to you. Stop choosing people who look like, stop choosing that man who looked like Buddy, who rejected you in middle school or high school. Stop choosing the woman who resembles that woman who left you and cheated on you in middle school and high school, because you still trying to get acceptance from women who look like that, when you could just be getting with a woman who may not look like that, but she's a good person. She has a good heart. You feel me? But because you're so superficial and you're looking for someone to validate your existence, you're looking for someone to show off to the world, to show the world, like, you see, I'm valuable, you see, I could pull somebody who look like this, then you getting played. All right? And then now you want to fight men about it. Now you want to fight women about it. No, we have to stop. We have to stop. And we really just need to take accountability for how and when and where we choose to date. How, where, and when how we choose to date. What is your methods of dating? How do you go about it? Okay, how do you vet that person? How do you do this? How do you make sure someone's right for you? How do you make sure God wants this person in your life? How, where are we dating? Like, are you at the place in your life where you should be dating? Like, there's people who don't care about this, and they're gonna be out here making a mess of this dating world. They're gonna be out here doing whatever, unhealed, making a mess, bleeding all over other people, giving other people negative experiences because they don't care about themselves. So why would they care about you? But it's up to us and people who want to change the narrative to set up those standards, set up those boundaries, so people like that can't even pass through. You already have a standard for your life. Someone who don't care about their life, as soon as you turn your brain on and you begin to really vet these people, this is not someone who gonna even get a conversation out of you. And the first conversation you get, even if you do have a conversation, the first conversation that you do have, you're gonna realize this person not for me, and you're gonna believe yourself. You're not gonna pursue it further to have to see tangible evidence of why this person not for you. No, you have your standards intact. You got your boundaries intact. So somebody who doesn't care too much about themselves and they're out here doing whatever, they're not gonna be able to get through on that. They're not gonna be able to pass through. You're gonna be you're gonna protect yourself. How, when, and where you date. When you date, yeah. All right, it matters when you date. Are you in a dating season? It matters where you date. Who you choosing? Where are you choosing these people from? Are you choosing them from the club, the strip club? Okay, how you date? Are you vetting these people properly? All of this matters. And if we loved ourselves more and took ourselves more seriously, then we wouldn't be dating any kind of people, ending up hurt, and then on social media yelling back and forth at men and women because we're unhealed, not knowing that, hey, this was my fault, this happened. How do I not allow this to happen again? How do I heal from my trauma so I don't project that on other men and women? How do I do that? How do I make sure this doesn't happen to me in the same way or again? How do I make sure of that? The first thing you do is you take accountability for you without shifting blame onto anybody else. If you truly want to grow, if you truly want to be better, you're going to have to take responsibility. And even for the things that you may not see what you did wrong, be like, all right, I got that. Let me still analyze the situation to see what can I learn from this? How can I heal from this? How can I grow from this? Learn, heal, grow. No blame shifting no more. It's done. It's a wrap for that blame shifting. If you really want to show up in this world and be all you could be the best healed version of you, this is what we're gonna have to do. I take responsibility for everything that happened in the past. I don't care whether it was my fault, your fault. It's me, because I should have chose better. Okay, the only person I had to protect right now is me. And if I didn't do a good job of protecting myself, then I need to find out how to do a better job. It's me. It's on me. I got it. And that's the attitude, that's the mindset we need to have in every area of our life, not just in dating. Gotcha? All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.